I am Provulus with 101 Reasons for Non-Belief. Today we'll discuss reasons 51 to 55. These are all in my Amazon Kindle book, 100 Reasons for Non-Belief. Coming in at 51, the God of the Bible. And this is actually a pretty big one. I've discussed many of these in more detail already, but for this reason, I will include a quote from the great Richard Dawkins. He states that the God of the Old Testament is arguably the most unpleasant character in all fiction, jealous and proud of it, a petty, unjust, unforgiving control freak, a vindictive, bloodthirsty ethnic cleanser, a misogynist, homophobic, racist, infanticidal, genocidal, filicidal, which is the killing of your son or daughter, pestilential, megalomaniacal, sadomasochistic, capriciously malevolent bully. That is a quote from Richard Dawkins. So if you can say it better, the bottom line is the God of the Old Testament is just not a very nice guy. And when people say that God is love, nothing could be further than the truth. Number 52, proof of divinity. Now note that this is in my bottom 50, and I don't need to delve into a chapter and verse debate concerning the veracity of the Bible, the stories concerning the divinity of Jesus Christ. These are all miracles. I mention miracles as a reason to not believe. There's no proof, no reason to believe them unless you have faith. To me, reasons 1 through 5 are more than enough to support my argument that Jesus was an apocalyptic Jew and nothing more. It's reason number 95. Now, many quotes from Jesus give the impression that he was an ordinary man, not one possessing omniscient knowledge. Reason 53, the beating of children. Spare the rod and spoil the child. While this is a paraphrase, there are numerous instances of morality and laws in the Bible that were popular at the time, but are now considered barbaric. In Deuteronomy 21:18, it advocates stoning of a rebellious child to death. Now, all of these relate to the value and use of religion to control behavior. This invisible God commanded you to be punished. You not need to obey God, your father, a ruler, and a king. 54, the origin myths. Now, some could say, well, this could be way up higher, but I actually parsed this out into the Adam and Eve fable, more specifically. But as I've said, I read the first 4 pages of Genesis, and to me that's more than enough to reject the story and religion. I mean, really? That's how it all happened? We know that not to be the case. God had to rest. Why? Day and night were created before the sun. Against the science is all wrong. So the question is, do I need to believe this fable in order to save my immortal soul? Am I allowed to reject it? What else can I reject or accept from the Old or New Testament? Can I just pick and choose the verses I like? Oh, I see. You are going to explain it to me, your faith, your denomination, your interpretation. So this goes back to many of my other reasons, including Bronze Age beliefs. And number 29, extraordinary evidence. 55, the Bible condones slavery. Now, as the absolute word of morality, the Bible fails many times. Add to the beating of children, it also condones slavery. Now, even Jesus was not particularly enlightened on this topic. Now, apologists love to dance around the specific quotes, and they'll say, well, they really weren't slaves, they were indentured servants, or they said to treat them well, just don't beat them to death. And I think that's just swell. But the bottom line here is that Scripture is confusing, it's ambiguous. You always need someone to interpret it for you. To me, the quotes are not ambiguous. It says exactly what Bronze Age man believed, is that you are allowed to keep slaves, and that's okay, and we're to believe that a deity was okay with this. Again, thank you for visiting. I have other YouTube videos, and you can always contact me through my website, iamprobulus.com. Please like and subscribe. We're going to have more reasons.